Yo, what up? And welcome to the Tailgate, an extension to a regular podcast where we get you hyped and ready for the game. I'm your host, Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart, instigating George, and the man with some facts, Masa. This is the Tailgate.
Good evening. What up, y'all? I'm back. I'm alive. I ain't dead. I ain't fucked up. I'm back. I'm here with you guys. You guys miss me?
No, let's go.
Come on, y'all miss me a little. Y'all miss me a little.
How drunk are you right now?
I'm only like 7 beers in. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
a
I'm
little
good.
perspective to everyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a great mood today.
Was past
Yeah, I was.
Why?
But up until about let's see, it started 9:25. So Mas and I have been on since about 8:50 or so.
And?
So around that time, I went out to the back to get something from the car, and somewhere I couldn't tell where, but a neighbor of mine was bumping Temerarios like it's a Saturday night drunk fest type of shit. So I got in my feelings.
I need to go hang out with him.
So right now it's
need
like,
that in my life right
mira
now.
mi corazón,
Ooh.
mira mi corazón.
Yes.
On a positive note.
Sufre. So I'm like,
No. Chill. On a
I
positive
wanna-
note, the
like,
Dodgers.
I got no reason to
Hey.
cry, but I want to cry.
Hey, the Dodgers fucking fuck Bumgarner in his last.
Let's
last
go
night.
Dodgers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fuck Bumgarner. We gave
Yes,
him a nice
sir.
little boo off.
Yes, sir. Man, that shit was hot. Today was dope as fuck at the
Well,
stadium.
so in summary, Rudy's drunk, George is ecstatic because fuck Garner, and I want to cry. Masa, how you doing? Cool.
Dope.
All right.
Dope.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into it. It is a fucking tailgate, so we're trying to get you in and out as soon as possible. But today's gonna be another exception because we gotta talk about yesterday's game, the U.S. Open Cup game versus Portland. No, we gotta talk about it. Let's talk about it because listen, I heard I was a tentative audience member for the Georgia and Masa show, and I laughed my ass off because y'all stupid as fuck. Okay, just kidding.
Why is that?
Yeah, just kidding. But I did have contradictory thoughts on some of the shit you guys saying. So let's talk about this, okay?
Okay. Hold on. What did they say? Because I didn't see it. I'm a hater like that. If it's not about me, I don't watch it.
Cool. Listen. Let's go into the conversation, and I'm sure their thoughts will come about because they had it on public, so they could just bring it up, and we just have a normal conversation. But let's get into this, right? We played the U.S. Open Cup, and lineups came up. Right, let me run through them real quick, and this is the top of my head, so if I'm mistaken, please call me out. It was Lampson in the back with Steris and Romney in the middle. We had Traore on one side, and we had hit me up. Who we have on the right side? We had Tilly Hardy, Arce. We had THA on the right side. In the midfield, we had Junie, Kitchen, and Carrasco. On top, we had Subek, striker, accompanied by Emma and Efra. All right? Off the
Yes,
bat.
Efra and
Excuse me?
Pontius, you missed Pontius.
Pontius came in sub. Pontius came in
Pontius
sub.
is
you
not
missed
starting.
someone on the wing.
No, it was Efra and
Boateng
Emma.
was on one wing, Subak was up top, Alvarez was
Yeah,
on the other
I got
side,
this.
and then there was Carrasco, Kitchen, and Junie in the midfield.
Yeah. All right. So let's go right off of that.
Hold on.
We're not-
Let me drop the starting lineup for Portland right quick though.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
So Clark in the back, Moreira, Mabiala, Dielna, Villafaña, Paredes, Charra, Blanco, Konechny or whatever his name is, Ebobisi, and Fernandez.
Yep.
From their main squad, if I'm not mistaken, the only one that's missing in that starting lineup is Valeri. But even then, Valeri right now has been riding the bench since Fernandez came in.
No, and it wasn't right. I think two guys off the back line, but their attacking front was their attacking front. You know what I mean? There was no question about that, right? Like they definitely at home they had to win it. But let's take a step back. That's the matchup. When you guys seen the lineup, when it dropped on Instagram, what was your first initial thoughts?
Can I go first? Because
go for it.
My bad, George. It's not because I predicted the L.
Go ahead.
I predicted a close L, 2-1. Right. The moment I saw a lineup, I'm like, listen, we nos va bien if we only lose by a goal or two.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good night for us if we only lose by that much. But I was a big fat L. Like the first thing my first statement before I toned it down, last episode, big fat ass L. I knew that shit immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
My initial reaction was fuck you, Masa, because in the episode on Monday, I was like, we're not even gonna care about this game. And then Masa gave me some inspirational as Coach Carter. We're gonna do this, and I was like, hell yeah, you're right as fuck. And then when I saw the lineup, I was pissed. I even got my hopes up. I was mad as fuck. He's all like, no, you have to believe in this team. I was like, psych as fuck. I predicted the ass beating once we saw it. I think everyone predicted it.
Masa, what you gotta say?
I never said believe in this team. I looked at the lineup and then I showed George and I was like, fuck.
All right.
And then someone commented on the IG.
You did say that.
And then someone on the IG said, I have faith in this team. And then George was like, how? That's exactly what happened. I actually never came out of my mouth.
So after I realized the Shovik wasn't in Venezuela, yo, I heard that. All right, I'm not even going there. So listen, as soon as I seen the lineup though, I was like, oh, cool. I'm cool with it. It's a wash. We're not taking USOC Cup seriously after the last round. And everything happened after that, I expected it. No, I'll take that back. I didn't expect the first 20 minutes. I didn't expect.
I agree, 100%.
I didn't expect the first 20 minutes.
I was pleasantly surprised. Like,
yep.
Okay, like listen, I was about to get on my knees and apologize to every single one of those players. I was like, okay, y'all came out, you know,
especially
like, yeah.
Right, and so I'm sorry.
Anyways, go ahead.
All right, so this is gonna lead me to my first issue I had with what you guys were saying in the live Georgia Masa show, halftime show.
Halftime show.
Yeah, the halftime. Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch the before. I didn't get here in time, so I didn't catch the halftime show. And it's when I was interacting with you guys. But here's where I had my first problem with you guys. You guys said, actually, I said it's a chemistry issue, and you guys completely shut me down. Yep. Right? I in the comments I said, name 3 guys who have played more than 2 games together in that starting lineup. Right, and I said that knowing the answer. There's no guys that play more than 2-3 games together in that lineup. Right, I think Steris and fucking Emma are the closest one, and they probably could have, but it's so far fetched, it's so far stretched that it doesn't even really count, right? And I think that really was the issue, right? And here's my take from it: is that the first 20 minutes we kind of punched them in the mouth, and Portland was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Right? As soon as they scored a goal, Portland got comfortable and we didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And that's because there's no chemistry in that team. Right? That's
the only reason. Question?
Yes, go for it. Let's go.
What happens to the Galaxy, that the starting 11 that we always do when we get scored on and we get punched in the mouth?
Okay. I don't know what the answer you're looking for.
The answer is we don't know how to react and they keep scoring on us.
This year?
Okay, yes, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
but the difference is that
add to that.
No, go ahead.
And add to that, when we were talking about chemistry, half of a half we outplayed the home team.
Yeah,
we outplayed the home team. So I mean, we could say chemistry. I think someone brought it up. These guys practice with each other every day.
That's different, though. I'm sorry. That's different, though, bro.
We've been on this podcast, and we've talked about these guys need to practice their heart out in order to play on this team.
Yeah, and that hasn't been apparent, though. But that hasn't been apparent. Listen, we've been practicing without Zlatan, and it's been apparent that we can't play without Zlatan. At least the football we play right now is not. Football, we can play without Zlatan. We need Zlatan on the field for us to even look close to know what the fuck we're doing, right? So I understand where that comment comes from, and in a dream world that is accurate as fuck. But what the reality of the Galaxy is, we know certain things, right? And I'm gonna go against you in here and say that when they have scored on us, it's been some of the times that we got scored on has been when we woken up.
Zlatan wakes up.
We woken up. We've created chances. Polenta has been have more shots on goal and more chances to create something when we've been down than when we have not been down.
But then
right?
you're talking about chemistry. But then you're just talking about one player that's pushing up that shouldn't be pushing up. Because then they catch us off guard.
No. I've been saying, what I'm saying is that when we've been down, I think Polenta's one of the players that has stepped up for that, right? That knows how to fight for that. What I'm saying is that when we got scored on, Portland got comfortable because they're like, okay, this is our game. This is what we do, right? The Galaxy, on the other hand, they didn't know what to do, right? And it comes down to a lot of little things. Efra not knowing exactly where Subak's moving or where the midfield's coming up to help him out. Junie, my God, look, Junie, listen, everybody clamoring for Junie. Everybody clamoring for Junie. Junie looks old because he has lots of hair. Angel knows what I'm talking about. But he has lots of hair. And he plays like he's old. He's not old, but he plays like he's old. Kitchen, without the support of Jonah and Corona and Zlatan and everybody else, looks to par with Emma. A lot of these players are up to par with Emma when they don't have the extra bodies that are higher than them to push them up that way, right? And when you don't have a team full of players that know they can beat the opposing team and they don't know each other, you lose 4-0. All right, that's what I was getting at. 4-0 or 3-0 at the half was that it was the players that don't know each other, are not comfortable with each other to figure shit out. And then that happens. And let's not talk about Lamson, because Lamson, my guy.
Shooter, dog.
Lamson, my guy. But all right, here. Let's keep it moving. And I want to ask a question, right?
Cool.
What are you guys feeling right now? We're out of the US Open Cup. How are you guys feeling right now? What is the sentiment right now about not being in the US Open Cup?
We better win MLS Cup.
Okay.
We're not gonna win that.
All right, listen. What is the sentiment? That's George's sentiment. We gotta win the MLS Cup. How you feeling, Masa? How you feeling, George? I'm an Angel.
Masa, you go first. Because what I'm gonna say is gonna lead us into a separate conversation where I think we're probably gonna be over just this conversation of US Open Cup.
All right, Masa, what are you feeling?
I'm over it. I slept on it. I feel whatever about it. I care less now.
Okay. Angel, hit me.
My issue with this is not necessarily the US Open Cup. It's the fact that we need to get back into Champions League. So I had this conversation with someone today on social media, right? And the conversation came up where this person essentially said, and fair valid point, right? This person basically said that it makes, because of the travel and everything going on with the Galaxy and the fact that they have to play on Saturday, you're going to play on turf, and basically all great facts. I mean, I'm not knocking anything that was said, all fair arguments. But this is my thing, right? And I mentioned this in the last episode. At this point, and let's be realistic here. Unless LAFC has some massive ass slip up, and if we find a way to play better, where we're really going to win for the most of the games from here on out, we're not going to win the supportership.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to. Let's be realistic right now. 100% realistic. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm there.
At this point, it's just about making it to playoffs. Doesn't fucking matter where. I mean, sure, we'll probably have a bye week, the first round or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, I don't feel intimidated. I mean, I think when it comes to playoffs,
all right.
we're thinking ahead. We're thinking way ahead.
Let me interject right. Go for it.
Question, just to clarify, for those of those that may not know, what are the possibilities of how you could get into Champions League? U.S. Open Cup being one of them. What else do you need?
I think it's also the first two from the first two places from each conference, and then you're and then the champion, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there's still a chance where we do make it if we end up in second place, and that's hoping the LAFC wins the MLS Cup, but we don't want that.
No.
We don't want that at all.
No.
Hence why US Open Cup makes more sense. Now at least that's how it was before. If they changed this year,
and it could
I haven't looked up on it.
It could be. They change this consistently over the last 10 years. Like we don't know. But here, one thing I want to interject is saying that I think playoffs do matter. Being top four and being at home for the first match. I think that matters. Like top four is important.
But what I meant was more of if we get to that. Okay, and that's on me. What I was referring to is assuming that our team is playing well by then. Zlatan's on point. We have Drini back, and we're firing in all cylinders in playoffs, right? That's assuming that we're making it to MLS Cup. The Western Conference Final. At that point, and again, this is assuming it's just assumptions right now. Obviously, at the end of the day, I hope that these guys crash and burn, right? But let's just play devil's advocate. Let's just assume that AFC wins the Western Conference. I mean, the Western Conference, the Western Conference and the Supporter Shield, right? And then we have to play them away. Point is, we're still going to be playing away at some point.
Yep.
Right. Yep. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. So I bring that up because I really don't think we're going to win MLS Cup this year. I hope we do. If we do, shit, go get Galaxy tattooed on myself immediately. No questions asked.
In Vegas?
Right? In Vegas. Yeah, in Vegas with you guys. 100%. But I really feel like we're not. I mean, unless our team figures shit. Look, we're still in second place.
Yep. There's
playoffs. So yes, it's possible. I'm not saying that it's not impossible, and I mean I'm saying that it's impossible and it's not gonna happen. I'm saying that, look, unless we figure some shit out, it's really unlikely. Anyways, if we get into Champions League, the quickest route, and we talked about this again, assuming that they haven't changed the format, and if that is the case, then what I'm saying right now is irrelevant, and I don't apologize for shit. Because we don't fact check. Masa does, but not me. This would have been the quickest route into Champions League.
Yes.
Right. I agree. And the way in the past, the way that it's been is that we wouldn't be playing into the following iteration of the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. Right.
So the group stage late next year.
Right.
Late next year. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
Point is that it feels like it's like we'll be coming in later on. It's like a later iteration. I bring that up because by then. The summer windows, I mean, the January window would have passed.
The season will be over for us. Our
season would be over for us. We'd be starting fresh. That means, and this is a fact that, again, well, not a fact, but this is what's probable based on what we are expecting is going to happen next year. No Zlatan, right? With that DP spot.
Just to
play devil's advocate, yeah, I'm all Drini in, but let's just say Drini out.
Yep.
Let's just say for our shits and giggles, we don't bring Antuna back with his shit. Let's just say Alvarez doesn't come. If Fabio Alvarez doesn't come back either, let's say we clean house for the most part, and we only keep few players.
Clean slate.
GBS gets to build his team the way that he wants, and the pressure of having to compete in CCL is going to be greater than competing in MLS play. Reason being is because the Galaxy and everyone else in the league can say whatever the fuck they want. Oh, Galaxy shit, like this or that. We always have to show face for the fucking league. Like, if everyone else crashes and burns, no one gives a shit about it in Mexico. No one gives a shit about it in Central America. But if they beat the Galaxy, it's a big fucking deal. Right? So, we have to show face. Knowing that, we're going to have to build a team that's going to compete in Champions League. Given all the fucking constraints that we have right now, we're hoping that there's some rule changes next year, of course, where we can have a better and stronger team to compete in Champions League. But even then, assuming that we don't, what we're getting into is that if our team is competitive in Champions League, I guarantee that it automatically makes the Galaxy a contender in MLS play. And I'm not talking about a contender for, making the playoffs. No, I'm talking about a legitimate MLS Cup champion contender if we're putting out a squad that's going to compete against the best teams in Mexico. And that's what I'm getting at. That's my whole thing. People like, oh, well, it's about winning Civil War now. No, it's about the pressure that we're going to have to show face for the MLS. Anyone that says that that's not the case is full of shit because we're about to go play a rinky-dink tournament that they're trying to make into the Europa League. That the Galaxy is actually, wants to put. Well, yeah, because this is part of it. Look, that tournament that's coming up in summer, the Galaxy's trying to take it seriously based on a few things.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I ain't trying to hear that right now.
They're trying to take it seriously.
Let me. If that's a way into Champions League.
But it won't be this year.
It's not.
It won't be this year, right?
Not this year. I mentioned this a few episodes back. They're trying to make this the Europa League of this, the Sudamericana of the CONCACAF type of thing, right? But that's what they want to make it to. It's not that yet. So even if the Galaxy go out and win that rinky-dink ass tournament, it's not a guarantee that we're going to be in Champions League. It
won't be shit, yep.
But I bring that up, though, because if they want to make that tournament what they're saying, these teams have to compete. They're actually going to have to put out their best squads out there. Right, if they want to make this Europa League. But that's what I'm getting at. If the Galaxy is putting importance to this tournament, that Champions League is also important.
Let's interject. I'm sorry. Let's interject because you touched on a lot of bases right now, and I think there's a lot to cover. So let's start with talking about where we stand and what this competition means, right? And I'm talking about US Open Cup right now, before we get into Leagues Cup. US Open Cup, having been to an away game in Mexico, is amazing. right? I want the G's
to
be. Huh? Oh,
I've
I've been in one. I've been in one. You've been in two.
Cool.
I didn't go to TJ, but I've been in one. I've been in Torreon. It's amazing. I love the international travel. It's fucking amazing, right? I want that for my team. But I'll tell you this right now, though. For me, right now, what's most important was tangible, and that's MLS Cup, MLS playoffs, MLS League, right? So I'll take that priority over everything else right now. And I had the argument, and you saw the argument because you're in the same group chat as I am with a bunch of other guys who are ACB members. And I had the argument because to me, I understand that if we make Champions League right now, by the time we play in it, we have a stronger squad. That makes sense to me. But what's tangible to me right now is where we stand in MLS play, and that's second place, right? And when we talked about like being in certain places and having games in hand, and how we rather be in a certain place or having the points in hand or having the points earned than having the games in hand, right? And where we stand right now, that means we're in second place, and if we keep doing what we do, we keep that trajectory and stay in second place, compete for that second, third, and first place, be in that talk about the first 3 teams in the Western Conference. And that to me, I think is more important today, this year, than US Open Cup. So let's concentrate on US Open Cup right now before we talk about Leagues Cup, because I think we should talk about Leagues Cup at this point. But US Open Cup, I think if we make that a wash, I'm okay with it. It puts pressure on what we do for MLS play.
Yeah.
But I'm okay
that's
with
the only
that,
positive
right?
I see out of it, because it's obviously a wash. I mean, GPS felt it was a wash with that lineup.
Okay, so that's a question that I had. We go against an amateur team in Orange County and we put up our starting 11.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
No, but
an iteration of what could really be a starting 11.
A stronger team.
Okay, so everyone on that starting squad has been in a starting 11 for the Galaxy.
More chemistry than what we played out. Yeah, for sure.
Agreed. 100%.
I don't know what GBS was thinking when it came to if that were the case, then I would have even put out a team against OC.
Well, why? We didn't have a game that week. We only had US Open Cup. That's all we had that week.
That's exactly what GBS says.
But now you're putting other players into a risk of injury. Like when we put in Polenta, tell me the reason why we put in Polenta.
Yeah, 100%. That doesn't make sense.
I'm okay with that.
As a coach, what would you do that for?
Well, I mean, listen, he obviously
down 4-0, 3-0.
Yeah, but he obviously trusts Polenta. He obviously trusts Polenta.
Look, thankfully he didn't get hurt. Injury? But if he would have gotten hurt, we wouldn't be having this. You wouldn't be saying that. Now, fact is he didn't.
Yeah.
Fact is he didn't. Yeah. But I thought it was a very stupid decision.
Listen, you have to trust your players. And you have to trust the scenario, right? Listen, if there was like a one,
okay.
The scenario is 4-0. The scenario is 4-0 or 3-0. I'm sorry, 3-0.
It's 3-0. Then why put in a defender? Maybe take out another defender and add an extra attacker. You're already losing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference if you lose 3-0 or 13-0. You're still fucking losing.
Yeah, get him a rhythm. Get him a rhythm for Saturday. Listen, I understand it. I understand it. I get it. It's not easy pill to swallow. Because you don't have to play him. I get you don't have to play him. But I think you want to get him a rhythm, get him out there, and trust your player to know that he don't overextend yourself. We're already down 3-0. And it's Polenta. It's not like you're putting out you're putting a newer player that doesn't know what the fuck, doesn't know himself as well as Polenta knows himself. I imagine knows himself because he's been more of a veteran. I just because the amount of time he's played in international play and everything else. I assume that GBS trusts him enough to know that he won't overextend himself and won't hurt himself.
Yeah, my point.
Right, but it's not about hurting himself. What if?
I think it's just questionable. There's a lot. Look,
it is what it is.
That's questionable, and it's happened already. Like it's cool. It is what it is. But I just don't want him to make stupid decisions that are going to jeopardize us in the long run.
Man, listen. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm gonna have to problem with that because that same thing Angel was doing all last year, talking about Bingham almost fucked up. Bingham, this almost happened. When it happens, let's fucking rage. But if it doesn't, then have some fucking faith.
You said it's rage, but when Bingham fucked up a couple games ago.
No. I didn't. I called them. All right, stop.
No, you didn't rage. You called them out, but you didn't rage.
Listen. What I'm saying is, don't make it an issue to us an issue, right? I believe GBS has enough faith in Polenta, and knowing Polenta.
The guy that pushes up when we're losing.
It doesn't even matter because we're losing 3-0. so he can push up all he wants. As long as he understands not to overextend himself and put himself vulnerable to get injured. Do you think?
I just don't understand.
Yeah,
As a coach,
I don't understand the logic, but it is what it is.
I understand.
I don't understand the logic behind it, but it is what it is.
All right.
The one thing I will say about that though is because I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter conversations with oh man, I'm having a brain fart right now.
All right, just keep going.
Point is,
You had a conversation. What was it about?
He was questioning GBS, and he said he's been questioning for a while, and doesn't seem like he's a fan of him. I get that I've criticized a few things of his, but again, I'm still gonna stick with GBS at minimum till next year, until it's actually his team and his squad, and then we can really get this guy shit. Because he has to put Emma out there to be to try and do something. You relying on play like Emma? Look,
But does he have a choice?
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
all right. So
it is. But anyways,
before we move into Leagues Cup, let's talk about Leagues Cup real quick. We'll make it short. But before we move into that, let me ask a question. GBS's best versus his worst versus anybody else in the last 3 years' best. How are you guys feeling about GBS?
I'm still GBS as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? To me, it's an easy call.
Yeah.
His worst.
Well, I'm not denying it. No.
His worst to me has been trying something, and we've been clamoring for a coach to try something, do something.
Well, fair, but that's what this game he didn't try.
I get. But I think we stated that, right? Like as soon as we saw the lineup, we're like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Cincinnati is where it counts. Not right now. Right? I think we're all in agreement on that. Yes. That when we saw the lineup, we're like,
okay,
well,
we're gonna take this big fat L and see it is.
Right. All right, cool. Leagues Cup. Right, that's coming up, and I know it's a little early, but you brought it up, so let's talk about that. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm hoping to see like a D squad come out and play against Cholos.
Especially with the upcoming games after that.
Yeah.
There should be no reason why I want this squad to play against that team.
If we put no fucking effort in for Open Cup, it has to be less than that for fucking Leagues Cup.
All right, so hear me out here, and again, I really can't confirm what the lineup is going to be and what GBS and DTK, because this is not coming from their mouth. I haven't had a conversation with them, so I don't know where their mindset is. But I've talked to a couple people higher up than Alex and Jonathan. I mean, people that know about this. And I shared my concerns. Rudy, as a matter of fact, hey, Rudy, congratulations on being part of the Angel City Brigade board now. Now that we kicked Dean out because we had too many whiteys in there, we had to add some Latino
diversity. You got to add a little diversity to it.
Yeah, we're about to get a lawsuit for not having enough minorities. Yeah, congratulations, Rudy. Anyways, but I bring that up. You can scroll back to you can do a search, right? You know how to use Slack. When we brought that conversation up, and I shared what my issues were with that specific tournament, the time that it happened, the fact that we're gonna be embarrassed, blah blah blah, like that was a bunch of shit, right? And the tone from there and my in-person conversations, again, from someone that's definitely in the know, and this is not just a Galaxy thing, it's an MLS and Liga MX thing. They want to make this a thing, right? Ongoing thing that is going to gain traction and, again, be that Europa League aspect. If that is the case, they're not going to put soft-ass teams out there. So I don't know how it's going to work with the schedule. Like, I don't know. Like, I wish I can share more than that. But if you're trying to make a competition, a legitimate competition, you can't do it with a D squad, with a C squad. Maybe a B squad could get away with.
No.
Right? Maybe.
No.
But I'm just saying that's what the intention has been, and that's what the tone is. Now, I don't know if DTK and GBS feel the same. I'm talking about from a business perspective that people have shared this information with me. Well, that's what the MLS and the MX want to do, because they want to do. I mean, I'm gonna guess the coaches, man. I'm gonna guess the coaches.
Let me. All right. So now we're what you're saying, and he has a little more info because it's a conversation that he has had with some of the front office people. But George and Massa, let me ask the question, right? One, the competition seems like a good idea. I like the idea of the competition, right? Making it like the Europa League, I like that, right? I'm not gonna deny that. I think it's a good idea. So one, let me hear your thoughts on what the competition could be. And two, what are you feeling right now on how this year's competition goes?
Honestly, it's not our It's not our It's not our agenda. It's not on our agenda to make this competition anything. Because to me, I could give a fuck less about this competition because I want to play in the other competition. So don't make us try to build this up if that's not what it's going to be. If you're going to promote this as a competition where good teams are going to play each other, the good teams should already be in Champions League. To me, this competition is a wash. It's stupid in the timing because then we're playing in July, right?
Yeah.
They haven't brought it into consideration when the World Cup comes, because that's going to be a couple weeks after the World Cup. Like these competitions, I don't think that they see them from a bird's eye view. I think they see them from a bird's eye view and don't get into specifics. So, long story short, I don't care about this competition. It shouldn't be on us to promote this. I hope GBS says, fuck you guys, I'm worried about my league, just as much as he said about the US Open Cup, and we keep it pushing.
Masa?
I don't like it right now, but I think if it takes the shape of, let's say, Europa League, that should be tight.
So, go for
it. There's no reason why teams in Europe could play fucking 4 games in 2 weeks and we can't. That should sound
no. It's not. It's not. Because when we have players that
travel,
fuck the travel. When we're looking out to get players that are making $30K a year, you're gonna get $30K a year players, right? If we had open salary, we could pack that motherfucker up with like 1 to 30 being bosses. And you can flip them in and out.
You're talking about skill level. Then the players just need to push a little bit more, dog.
Doubt it.
They could play 4 games in a week when travel is okay. But travel is a thing.
But only travel.
We were just complaining about in May that we couldn't play a game with a game in the weekend, game in the middle, and game at the end, and we were complaining that our players were fatigued.
Listen.
Well, I don't think a tournament like this would be a wash, like you say.
Yeah, no. Okay. Hold on. So, George.
It's not our point to make this into.
Not yet. So here's the thing, right? If my thoughts, my gut tells me this tournament is not gonna be, hey, these teams are gonna play. It's gonna be you earn your way to get into this team, right? Yeah. So you end up in second place in the Western Conference and second place from the Eastern Conference. You get dropped into here and you play this tournament to get into Champions League. What I mean, like that type of thing, right? Now that makes more sense.
Idea is behind it. That's what the idea is behind it.
And that makes more sense. I guess you had to start somewhere, so this is what it is, right? So I think this first year is a wash for us. Like fuck it, whatever. But I think going forward, if there's initiative to win, listen. I mean, at the end of the day, it's $12 million. That's at stake. Is that correct? I think I'm correct. If anybody knows different, then tell me now.
I have this thing open right now.
But I think it's $12 million that you win. So it's not like fucking chump change that you win, right? It's not. I mean, I think US Open Cup.
Like Superliga. Superliga was $1 million.
Even US Open Cup. US Open Cup, I think it's like $4 million, some shit like that. I mean, obviously you get the chance to get into Champions League, but it's still not a lot of money. So $12 million is not a wash. But that being said, this year, the Galaxy today has one thing to focus on, and that's the MLS, right? Make a big run in the MLS. After that, we'll figure that out with a different squad, with different regulations. Hopefully, a bigger purse that we could play with. We think about it as something else, but today,
like one of Anna's bags purse type.
Yeah, them things, them things, all the ones that make you hurt in the kidney when you see about how much it costs. You know what I mean? That type of thing, right? Like, listen, it's a big purse. It'd be nice to have, but if we don't, I think, listen, at the end of the day, I think our focus is MLS. So let's keep it at that, MLS. Now, that was a long way to get into Cincy. Can we talk about Cincy now?
Well, we let Angel talk.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, listen, Angel made good points. I'm mad at you, Angel. I'm mad at you.
Shout out to the people. That was multiple people that I had conversations with throughout the week. Like, straight up, our Galaxy family is the shit, man.
It is. Listen. Can we take a second to appreciate everybody who after listening to the last episode that I made shit, Angel, George, Masa, thank you for backing me up. Because, listen, that episode was trash until I shut the fuck up. And when you guys took over and you didn't let me speak no more, it was amazing. So I appreciate you guys for backing me up. And I appreciate every single one of you who reached out and talked about why you guys listen to us and why you guys like us. We love you. We appreciate you. You guys are really the reason why we do this and the reason why I don't get drunk every Monday.
Rudy's lying. Well, everything is accurate except for the part as to why we do this. We don't do it for you guys. Like I do it because I like listening to my voice on my way to work. So
Well, Angel does have the biggest head in the world, but
So
yeah.
No. Yeah,
I do it for. Hopefully, you guys like me soon enough to give me some free beer.
No, man. Listen.
What's your point? Why do you do this?
What I do? What?
Exactly that. There you go. Boom. All right.
You don't know what shit's going on.
Let's go.
I love you guys.
Go,
All right.
go.
This weekend we play Cincinnati, a shit team who we must get some points out of.
We lose 3-0.
Chill the fuck out. Can you stop? Wow. I hate you. Stop.
Like New England.
Stop. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, right? We play Cincinnati, a team who has lost their last 4 matches. A team who is really, really fucking bad and has a great stadium. We play them a few days after we decided the US Open Cup wasn't worth it and we're going to put all our money in the MLS. So.
That's smart.
Masa's going to be there. A bunch of our boys are going to be there. And
70, that I know of, about 70 people are making the trip from LA.
Yeah.
About
That's
70.
dope.
Let's go.
That's dope.
Let's go. But yeah, let's talk about it. Cincinnati. Let's talk about Cincinnati. No. Let me take that back. Let's talk about LA Galaxy first. We had a weird BC squad for the US Open Cup. So what are we thinking for our first MLS match back after our Gold Cup break?
Back to regular schedule program, except for Jonah, People, Antuna, obviously the international call-ups. But I think Zlatan plays. Everyone that I think gets to start. I think
run it down for me. What's your line?
All right, we have Bingham in goal, Big Bingham,
Bingham,
Lampson.
Yeah, because Little Lampson.
We have Araujo on the right. We have Polenta and Stairs in the mid. In the center back, we have Shelvick from Venezuela on the left. We have the midfield. We have Joe Benny. We have Harry Kitchen, and we have Fabio in front of them. On the left, we have Big Emma.
Wow.
On the right, we have even bigger Chris Pontius, and up top we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
All right, Masa or Angel, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna say obviously Bingham, Araujo, Steres, Polenta, Shelvick, back line in the middle. I'd say it's gonna be Kitchen and Joe Benny, Leggett and Pontius on the wings, and then Fabio behind Zlatan. So Fabio probably in that camera and Zlatan lone striker.
Who's on your wings? You have Leggett and who?
Pontius.
I forgot about Leggett.
Masa, you have anything?
Same with Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Leggett. I had him.
Yep. No, so I think we're in agreement. I think that should be it. Okay, cool. We play Cincinnati, who is trash.
Well, interesting, right? Because they started well. They started well, right? They started well, and they've just taken a massive. Well. Yeah, they started and they've taken a pretty significant decline. It's interesting because I believe some of their games right now moving forward and be home, and they've lost to a few teams at home. And they've lost to RSL at home, like 3-0, and I can't remember who else. But
I'll tell you right now, their last 4 games, they lost to Orlando 5-1. They lost to Red Bulls 0-2. They lost to Rapids 3-1. They lost to NYCFC 5-2. And the next match is against us. So
they played on Wednesday.
And they took an L, right?
They took
and they played away in St. Louis.
No, St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah, so listen, that's 5 L's.
And they played their starting lineup too.
Okay. Tell me something I want to hear. Somebody tell me something I want to hear on how this game goes.
We lose.
I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you right now how this game is gonna go. After this fucking stupid ass game that we just had. Mm-hmm. Based on what I expect GPS to be, if he has the guts and the huevos to do what I expect him to do, it's gonna be this lineup, and we're gonna start dominating from the fucking very beginning, and we're gonna bring it to that team. We're gonna start from the get go. Straight up, we're gonna win this game. I've been calling L's lately. You know how? Straight up, we're gonna dominate this shit. We're gonna dominate this shit.
Who dominates the ball? Because the center midfield has to dominate the ball, and I think a dominant is is not being tangent in the midfield. I think there has to be creativity. So who do you think is going to be the person that does that for us?
I think it's gonna be Fabio Alvarez this time.
Yes.
Yes, he's gonna have everything that he needs. I mean, wherever he wants to go, he can play it back right now. He can go forward. He's not afraid to do whatever the fuck he wants with that ball. Like even the U.S. Open Cup game that he played, he was actually trying. The problem is no one else around him was too stagnant. That's gonna be our guy. And
Okay.
We guys talk.
And he's done it. He's been doing it.
Yeah, and Rudy touched on Kitchen earlier. Like Kitchen, I get it. When he's around people around him, I feel like he got dumb. But he's been competent when he has been playing with people that seem to be better. I expect Joe Benny in this type of role when you're going to be asked to be the center midfield guy, he has to step up. If he doesn't, then listen, there's a good chance you're going to be riding that bench when Jonathan comes back. So this is your time to shine. I expect these guys to come in, balls out, and we're going to put it to that team. Look, Zlatan has had a good break. If this motherfucker doesn't get a hat trick this game, I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be hot. I say we whip this.
Tell him.
Like 4.
Tell him.
That's how I feel right now.
I agree. All right, somebody tell me something they don't agree about what Angel said.
Angel Smart.
Fucking do what Angel says. I'm gonna be there. I want to see that shit.
Listen.
Well, look, they better. Look, I had my reservations at first prior to the US Open Cup game, but after the US Open Cup game, if this team doesn't come out like that, there's a fucking big problem. Big ass fucking problem.
I had this conversation. Like I said, you guys saw it. All you guys are in the chat. I said, cool. Listen, don't make a big deal out of US Open Cup. It is whatever, right? We when the line come up, we said it's a watch. Cool. Don't sweat it. But if we don't come out on Saturday and just demolish, completely dominate and put our stamp on Cincinnati, then let's have a conversation. Because this bullshit. If we decide to give away US Open Cup and not give a fuck about it, then we have to dominate teams like Cincinnati, teams like Colorado and Revs going forward.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It's like they said in the telenovela, sería el colmo. You know, if we lose, if 4 of our losses,
it'd be a shame for your Spanish speaking people, non-Spanish speaking people. It'd be a shame if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, if we take 4 L's to Columbus Crew, New England Revolution, Colorado Rapids, and FC Cincinnati. Those are 4 games that we should have won.
Yep.
Well, 3 of those we should have won.
Yep.
We can't lose 4.
No.
Fuck that. And we can't lose a 4th to a shitty team like that. I get that our team is still not, running on all cylinders. I get that we still have our issues. I get that it's still not GBS team. I get that 100%. Plus, they're missing some of their players that are international duty with Costa Rica. So, if we don't come out and we plow the shit out of this team, I'm gonna be hot.
There was a quote, and I'm being an asshole because I'm gonna give credit to whoever tweeted it out. But GBS talked about honor. GBS talked about honor yesterday or today. The tweet came out after.
Oh, Guessman.
Was it Guessman?
Retweeted it. No, he retweeted it, and that's what happened.
Okay.
That's what they said after the game.
So let me recap that, right? And shout out to Guessman because he's the one that retweeted it. He's the one that I saw it from. But GBS, you have it? If you have it, go for it. Or else I'm paraphrasing.
You want to paraphrase?
I'll paraphrase and then correct me when I'm wrong, okay? GBS says something along the lines of, when you play for the Galaxy, you should have an honor. You should understand the honor that it takes to play for the Galaxy, right? He was alluding to the fact that you can't go out and lose 4-0 to Portland, even if it is a lower squad or a B squad, C squad, whatever you want to call it. You're a LA Galaxy player and you show up for that.
So, let me translate for you. Cuando vos jugás para el Galaxy, tienes que jugar con huevos.
100%.
Jugar con honor.
Yeah.
Quiere la camiseta.
Listen.
4-0, no me importa quién serás.
You got it, George? So you can read it?
Huh?
You got the quote or no? Let's go. So listen, what he was alluding to is that listen, and I love this for GBS because he understands who the Galaxy is, who the Galaxy are, and what they mean for this league. So that means that if you're playing for this team, if you have the honor to put that jersey on a game day, you got to go out there and show what the fuck this means, right? You can't go out and take an L. You can't take a day off.
Big fat fucking L too.
Right? So the players who did take that L, you have to wear that. And the players that didn't play that game, you have to come out and show what it means. So I'm excited to see the attitude.
The Galaxy.
I'm excited to see the attitude that the guys didn't play, the Coronas, the Legets, the Zlatans, people I'm sorry.
People's not
No. Sorry, not people. Polenta.
Yeah. So the quote
Polenta
was,
played, but I get what you mean. Coming out,
I
Yeah.
expect to win. I expect to win that because we saved a lot of players for that game with Cincinnati. But we are talking about game today, and I am a little angry because we need to fight more. We need to have a better attitude.
Yeah. But I mean, right? I mean,
I was close.
What he says, what I paraphrase is that he understands what the Galaxy jersey
And then he
means,
goes on with saying, when you are playing for the Galaxy, you have to feel the honor to be here.
as they should. Listen, and I like the fact that GBS is comfortable with coming out and giving that quote. Because he understands who the Galaxy are, and that comes
that's
comes
important.
From,
That's really important.
Yeah, that comes from like him playing in the league and him seeing the Galaxy from a different
I think
perspective.
he came with that knowledge, though.
Yeah.
It's not like he.
I mean, listen, he's coming from
But that's what
Boca.
we're
He's
saying.
coming from Boca. Like he
That's what we're
understands.
saying.
Yeah, he understands. Like this is the club. This league's face is this club. If you gotta put the jersey on, understand what jersey you're putting on. Right, and that fucks with that
add to
heavy.
that, Rudy, I think he also, based on that comment, he also understands too that is different, right? Because we're talking about he comes from Boca. In Argentina, there's 5 big teams, 2 that stand out across the world, right? With
Boca.
River and Boca. The difference in the MLS is that there's only one, and again, this is just facts. You know, the only name globally known is the Galaxy. So there's no you can go to another team and potentially be that. No, this is that team that you're supposed to be doing that for. Supposed to. Obviously, didn't happen.
Yeah. No. Listen, but I'm glad that he's coming out and saying it because if the coach understands it, the players better understand it, or else you're out. Okay. We lost track.
Predictions?
We lost track. No. Before we go predictions, is there any way you see Cincinnati hurting us? How do you see Cincinnati making a game out of this?
I used to have a hard on for Kekuta Mane, but that was before he dipped to, I don't know where the hell he went. Then he came back and he's just been shit since he's been back. So no, nobody. Really, nobody. I'd say maybe some attitude with Kendall Watson, but like I said, he's with Costa Rica. No, Panama, right? Who's he with? Panama, right? He's with one of those two.
He's in Gold Cup.
Yeah,
he's in Gold Cup.
Ali's out, huh?
Ali, I think Ali's already back.
Costa Rica.
All right, so I was right.
Played
Costa
on
Rica.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Ali's back. And I can't remember what's the name of the other guys in Costa Rica. Well, it doesn't matter, but they have 2 players in Costa Rica. The only 2 players I think are actually good in their squad right now, and they're not even there.
Okay. Well, to add to that, I think Adi was the only one that might get into it, but I hope Polenta kind of shuts that down quick. Because Adi's the type of player that likes to bully and likes to push around. And I don't know if Stairs would be is up for that. So I hope Polenta
Mrs. Stairs listening to this, so relax.
2019 Stairs. 2019 Stairs can't.
2019 Stairs hasn't gone up against a bully, though.
Like Key didn't punk him, though. And I think Key's another one of those players. Key Kamara? Key Kamara?
Adi.
Oh, you're talking about K. Kamara.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with you there. I don't think K. Kamara has the same attitude as Adi.
No one has a
And the physicality.
One has stepped up like that.
All right, so you're saying Adi, maybe.
Maybe on a set piece.
I'm not worried about Cincinnati.
You ain't worried about nothing?
Mm-mm.
All right. I also don't think this should be a problem. I think this should be a win. And it should be a staple win, a marquee win that shows who.
It has to be. Because before we went on the break, we took a big fat L to New England Revolution at home, and then we just took this fucking fat ass L to
Portland. Yeah, no, I agree. All right.
If it would have been right after the last year's Open Cup game that was lit as fuck in the stands, maybe different tone, but it's not.
All right. Let's do this. Let's go predictions. What do you guys got?
Angel, you're first. I'll have you first.
4-0 Galaxy.
Ah, yes.
Zlatan.
Talk to him. Let's go.
With another goal.
And then
Bingham on goal, but VAR is going to say it's disallowed. It's not going to count, so no goal.
Masa, I have you next.
Stupid.
2-1 Galaxy.
Ready? Who's scoring for you?
Fabio on the double.
Oh, I'll take that.
Ruchi.
I'm going to say 4-0, and I'm going to say hat-trick Zlatan, 1 by Fabio. We fucking.
You said 4-0 also?
Yep.
And who scored for you? Same thing, Zlatan, Hattie, and Fabio?
Yeah, Fabio, yep.
All right.
I have 2-0 Galaxy. I have Zlatan 2.
You said how much? 4-0?
2-0.
2-0, okay.
Let's go, boys.
And Zlatan 2.
I
have it written down here.
Any of these But I'm really hoping for me or Angels fucking prediction. I fuck it though. We just need to fucking win, and I want to win that's like reassuring. Like, okay, we got this. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping for
Listen, some of my predictions as of late have been pretty good, so I'm on point right now.
Let's go. All right, Angel. Before we log off, do you have any ACB plugs for us?
Yeah. All right. Put the jingle on.
ACB plugs. ACB plugs.
ACB plugs.
This ain't my
ACB.
This ain't your plugs.
Yo, Riot Squadcast is gonna fucking sue us, though. We're gonna get shut down because of them, though. They're like,
that's cool. We're already in the negative, so it's all right. We're like what, under 400, 500 now for our studio.
Oh, we're like 900 down, though. Chill.
We're charging these 2 screens, right? We're charging.
Yeah.
Oh, and those 2, we're like easy over 1,000
I
down,
already told
though.
you guys about the new laptop that
listen,
I'm trying to get next. Yeah, so we're gonna be maybe like
2-3K down. Yep. So let's go. ACB plugs. ACB plugs.
So listen, like Chris, Ed, you guys are more than welcome to sue us.
You got nothing.
We broke,
you get nothing from us.
Take our debt. You're doing us a favor. All right, no. So serious shit. If you guys haven't headed over to the socials yet, again, head over to the Riot Squad, ACB, and Galaxian socials. They're all over the place already. The information I'm going to share right now, but just a reminder. Saturday there is a beach cleanup from 10 to 1, I think it is. Venice Beach. If you haven't signed up yet, you still have time to sign up, I believe. If not, reach out to Alex Merced directly. Again, the links are also on social medias. If you don't see it there, you know what? You have to be on social medias because otherwise, how the hell you know about us? But it's on there. Also, again, Saturday after that, they're heading over to happy hour, like an hour or two after that. Galaxy are away to, again, FC Cincinnati. We just talked about it, a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. There are about 11 viewing parties across the California area, well, from Central California all the way down to San Diego. So there's likelihood that there's one that's, within a 30-minute commute from you. So make it out if you can. Too. Yeah, oh, there's also, that's right. If you're in West Covina, come through. There'll be one at the wedding. So never mind, there's 12 of them. But one of them is going to be, we're not doing one in Long Beach and in the South Bay, at least not officially, because it is Cosmo's birthday. The suit, obviously not. The suit. It's the suit's birthday. They're going to do a viewing party at the stadium beforehand at the large tailgate. So if you are in the Long Beach area, if you're in the South Bay, or if you want to make the trip all the way out, head on out to the large tailgate area. That's in Lot 13. They will be having a viewing party there and celebrating Cosmo's birthday. After that, though, it's going to be walking on over to the Galaxy 2 game. Galaxy 2 play against, is it New Mexico, I think? New Mexico United, or whatever they're called. So we're about to take an L there. But at least, but it's fun. Yep. But go hang out, support the team. Maybe with the support, we only take a 2-0 L and not a big fat L.
The track and field has a reputation right now, so go make that pop.
So, everybody got to show up. That's at 7 p.m. If there's usually a bunch of tickets out there, but if you don't have tickets and you want some free tickets to the game, shoot us a DM. I'm sure we'll find you some.
I got you one. If anybody needs that,
I got you 3 if you need them. Yep. And then the last thing that comes to my mind immediately right now and that I wrote down, if I'm missing anything, Karina, you can sue me.
You're not gone yet?
Chill, dog. Chill.
Rudy's in leadership now, so I have another ally, so we're slowly working to that.
Chill.
Antonio for president 2020. So, and then the last thing, so San Jose away is now a weekend away.
Let's go.
Obviously, yep.
Last minute ticket.
Final ticket count, bro. 511 tickets. At least that's what's been relayed to me. That are from at least making their way up from LA.
Yeesh.
511 tickets. And I know for a fact that there's been smaller pockets of 10 to 20, groups that have reached out to us on the ACB socials about tickets. I directed them to Jonathan Malter. Jonathan Malter was pretty transparent, saying, hey, we're capped out. So he sent them directly to the SJ people, and the SJ people, from what I've heard, have been more than willing to sell us tickets. So there is a good chance that we can be talking about 600 or so in that away end.
All right. Let me cut you off before you go on.
Are all of us here going?
I'm going.
We're all going.
Oh, we're all going. All right. Here, let me over under. Four to 6 Crusaders this time or not?
Oh.
4 to 6 Crusaders this time or not? Over under.
Well, just last week we got 4 questions about this being the first time.
You're lying. I didn't hear this.
Well,
I
listen, I
can't. I'm responsible for one Chris Eller because I'm taking Stacy's brother and it's his first time ever. So,
Green shorts or not?
I'm taking my cousin Emily and it's her first time ever.
Green shorts or not?
That fool Derek is going. Is his first time ever.
Green shorts for sure on him.
Derek.
we should go buy a whole bunch of green shorts.
Yeah, he just hand them out.
Yep, green shorts. Here you go. You're ready. You're ready.
Listen.
Oh man, I'm.
If you're not,
I'm excited. I'm already on my way home from work. I've been envisioning what the aisle is and all of us just standing talking around and doing tiempo de vals and me and Dean doing our Nicky Jam and J Balvin to the X Jam like we did last year. I'm excited. For
if you're not about the supporter group life, and you're going to San Jose, you will be about that supporter group life after that. I guarantee it. If you
Rudy, are you on the bus?
I don't think I'm in the cool bus, but I'm making the cool bus. You know what I mean? I'm making the cool bus.
But you're on a bus.
I'm in a bus. Yeah, I'm on a bus. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you mentioned that, Rudy, I highly encourage, a lot of people listening, if you are not familiar with ACB chants, head on over to our website.
Yeah.
Learn what you can right now, at least, some of them. I can tell you that we don't do all of them. Like, if you see anything that says ACB's name on it, don't worry about learning that one for now. Do everything else.
Learn the LAX
There's a
ones.
bunch that we're going to be doing. Yeah. I don't know if we have that up on our site, though. I can look into it. But point is that, there's a few things that we do crossover with Lars and with Galaxians. And it's, obviously we've mentioned this now in quite a few episodes. We're obviously working closer with Lars and Galaxians, specifically Galaxians, and what we're going to do for next year. So we are already working on, what next year is going to look like. So unfortunately, it's just timing that we're not going to have all that out there. So for now, just go based off what we did last year and all the away games. So just learn whatever you've heard before. Whatever you see on socials, learn it. Learn all of that shit.
Quick question.
Go for it.
Are we doing it, Laura?
We're gonna do it La Hora.
That's gonna happen.
Listen, go see the most recent ACB and Galaxians social medias. I think Lars even may have posted some. Learn all this shit. Learn it all.
My God, it's gonna be fire. Listen, I'm really hyped for it. It's been a long time since I've been hyped for a fucking San Jose away trip.
It's been a long time coming, but we've been fell apart.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Them chords, huh? All right, boys. Anything else, Angel, before signing off?
No, I'm just really excited now.
All right.
I'm excited.
Samesies. With that being said,
the last thing. So both Dean and I are gonna be twinsies. Yep, that's it.
With that being said, it's another episode of Tailgate. I'm glad to be back and back alive. I am Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Instagram. I'm Smarts on Twitter.
This is Jay Undefeated 7. Jorge. One thing. We never really followed through with the Chivas away ticket. So I'm going to have my own competition. Offer Angel a shot on the bus and take a picture with him and send it to me, and I'll put you into the running.
God damn. Listen, after San Jose last year, I can't do that.
I'm sorry. It's official.
No.
It's official.
And we have Galaxy. Galaxy family. You're the person to say that.
I'll create the graphic for you.
Man,
I'll create the graphic.
Family,
I create the graphic for you, baby. Don't
all right,
no,
but for real, that's the
official.
competition.
Whole
I hope
official.
at least like 5 people give him a shot.
Whole official as fuck. Whole official.
Not going no more. You know what? I can't go. That's the weekend I'm going to be gone for work in Nashville. I'm not going to be there. I'm just going to take a flight directly to San Jose for the game. So follow me at Live It. You know what? Follow me. I'm at Masatelli. And that's my Twitter handle. If you want to give me shots, I am at Masatelli Twin. Yep, that's me. Follow me. I'm gonna be locked up.
For me to get the pictures.
Masa, sign me off.
Huh?
Sign me off, motherfucker.
Fuck this shit.
Peace, love. G's out.
Peace. Let's go.
Peace, y'all.